Welcome everyone. Make It Make Sense is today's timeless pick a card. Today we have three options. Option 1 on the left, option 2 in the middle, and option 3 on the right hand side. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps are below. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you there. Welcome everyone who chose the ocean. This is going to be your reading. Make it make sense. The number 35 could be significant, as well as the number 8. 8 is connected to long-lasting prosperity, stability. It could be that you have been crying a lot. It could be that you are in your feelings. It could be that you're feeling bogged down. There's something incomprehensible going on for you right now. You can't comprehend it. You can't understand it. It's almost like it's so deep that you can't really see the why, what's going on, why it's going on. And it could have something to do also with your subconscious. Or it could be that there's something that you're unconsciously doing or someone is unconsciously doing. So there seems to be some unconscious trigger, subconscious trigger going on here from the depths. And you want to discover, you want to go on that expedition, and you want to discover what's going on in the deep sea. You want to know what to count on. Right now you feel things are unpredictable in your life. Your thinking is polluted. Probably your environment is polluted. Now, obviously this doesn't mean it has to be literally polluted, right? It's just that there's a fogginess. There is, and in a way you could feel like you're drowning. And you kind of want to, for you to be able to understand something you cannot comprehend right now, you would have to be willing to step into the unknown. And that can be scary. It could be that you feel scared to know what's going on, or scared to understand, scared to make sense of whatever this is. Just because of the weight that could be on top of whatever you need to uncover, and you're worried that that weight could weigh on you. Or the weight of what will ensue. So it's unpredictable. The unknown is unpredictable. So stepping into the unknown comes with fear. And that could be something that you are experiencing. If it weren't for the fear, you would probably already have dove deep into what this is and understanding. But it could be that unconsciously, subconsciously, you don't feel ready to comprehend or understand what this is. You have big dreams probably, and you're worried that this could meddle with your dreams, or it could in some way stop you from pursuing those dreams. There's also an element here of something that you feel like you if you were to find out what this is, and if you were to find out you have no control over it, and again, control stems from fear. So it could be that you don't want to know about things you have no control over, so you would rather not really know or understand or make sense of something. And the reason why it's not making sense is because subconsciously you don't want it to make sense, if that makes sense, any sense to you. It's like you're asking yourself, what if I stir the pot, open a can of worms, right? There's a lot of volatile unknowns and volatile variables that you don't even know what the variables are, but you do know that you don't want to risk First of all, I feel for some of you, you don't want to risk getting into a depression because of this. You don't want to risk hitting rock bottom because of this. And honestly, certain things, if that's your stance right now, if you deep down you know that is the case, you may not be ready for this, then that's why it's not making sense. But we'll still make it make sense, okay? Why are you not understanding something? Let's make sense of that. Well, it's because subconsciously you're afraid that if you were to understand something or really know deep down what the case is, what's going on, what you feel like you want to know but you won't go there, that is why you're not understanding. It's because you know that if you were to understand this, there could be some kind of a unpredictable detail or something would surprise you that you're not wanting to be surprised with. You're valuing your stability right now, first and foremost. You're not ready to deal with the overwhelming power of what could be beneath the surface. You could be very inspired on the one. Like, let's say your big dreams have to do with something creative. Sometimes diving to the depths can really inspire you, but you're probably not ready to deal with what comes with this level of inspiration, is what I'm seeing here. It could overwhelm you. It could dominate your entire life, and you don't know if you're ready for that. So if you're experiencing rejection from the outside or you're not feeling motivated, it could be that your attempts, you're not taking them 100% because of what you're afraid you will find. That could be too big for you to handle. But on the other hand, it could actually inspire you and invigorate your life. But whatever it's coming with, you know that you have to have a level of strength to deal with whatever this is. And you know that if you don't have this level of strength, that this can be way over, it's like you being way over your head, being too much for you. And knowing that this could stir up a lot of big changes and shifts in your life as well. Especially also, it could redirect your dreams and your goals entirely. And the ego must dissolve. The reason why you're holding on to something here and not willing to change your dreams is because your dreams, some long-term goal or dream that you have, could be very well connected to your ego. And you desperately want to, in some way, subconsciously probably even, or maybe you consciously know this, you want to feed that ego. You maybe want to feed that ego. Give your ego some satisfaction, let's say that. And you're worried that if you try to understand things too much in depth, and what you will find and uncover and discover may have you wanting different things for your life after you really know what's deep down there. And so, but life is change, and it could be that there could be a substitution for your goals and your dreams. They could look different, but they could then make more sense to you. Because if you find something that changes you, you are changed. So therefore, it's natural that your goals and will change as well. Especially if you're looking for something that you're feeling intuitively nudged to look for. It's for your soul. It's not for your ego. Right? So you need to ask yourself, am I doing this for my soul, or am I doing this for my ego? Am I doing this out of fear, ego, or am I doing this out of love and elevating my soul, right? So you're worried that you will rise from this ocean as a new being. You're worried that the salt in the ocean may change your cells. You're worried that you may change on a cellular, quantic cellular level. But, salt is also healing. So it really is up to you. Life is all about change, and not all change is bad. But again, to make this make sense, it seems that there's something your intuition and is asking you to discover, uncover, dig deeper, research, and then your ego is saying no. Your ego is saying no, because we still need to get this one thing done. We still want to accomplish this one dream, and we don't want to be changed just yet. We're not ready for change. Your soul is ready for change. Your ego is putting the brakes on that, because there's also something that your soul wants to experience here in this plane, that is having your ego step in. So this will make sense to you. Obviously, if this is your reading, this is what resonates with you. But it's like there's some underlying beliefs here that you feel will change, because deep down it's like your intuition already knows that you're going to find something that's going to change you, but it's like your ego wants you to get something done first. And before every fiber of your body, your mind, your soul, your deepest underlying beliefs change, before that happens, there's still this one thing that the immature part of your being needs to learn for the ego. Yeah, that's really what's coming through. So actually, this reading was very straightforward. I was going to get other cards, but I feel you've got your message there. So let me know how that resonates for you below. If it does not, choose another option. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. Have a beautiful day, and see you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome everyone who chose the mask. This is going to be your reading. Make it make sense. The number 61 could be significant, as well as the number 7. With the number 7 being here, there's something about your spiritual journey, hermiting, hiding, introversion, or wanting to spend time alone. Okay, take what resonates here. The Mask. Okay, so the movie The Mask could mean something to you. Something to do with a persona or a performance or a reveal. Revealing what's been suppressed. Revealing what's been suppressed. All right, okay. So here's the thing. This could be about you, or this could be about someone in your life. And what you want to make sense of is, okay, if this is you, right? And if this resonates with you, then this is what your reading is about. If you're asking yourself, why am I having such a hard time being authentic, presenting to people who I fully am and truly am? Why do I feel like I have to wear a mask or play a role or put on a performance when I would rather be hermiting or spending time alone? Because it feels to you if you feel like this is about you. Now, if this isn't about you, we're talking about someone else that you're trying to make sense of, okay? And trying to understand. This reading is about someone, you or someone else, who would rather spend time alone than socialize, first and foremost. If this resonates, then keep watching this reading. If not, it could be some other reading for you. But if you feel so connected to this card, there could be an important message in this reading for you, regardless of whether this is resonating or not. So if this is you and you're asking yourself, you really wish you could be authentic, right? You really wish that you could reveal your truth. It's feeling like a lot of pressure right now. You feel like very pressured by your soul. It's not even by society, it's by your soul. By society, the pressure you're feeling is to put on a performance. You feel like to be accepted, to be palatable and agreeable, it drains you because you feel like for people to accept you, you have to put on a performance, because you feel if people saw aspects of you, like probably it's happened to you in the past, you would be rejected. You would experience rejection or judgment or punishment. I'm not talking about any criminal activities, of course. I'm talking about just being punished for some trait that you have that someone may not like, okay? And so you feel like you're neither here nor there. And to make sense, if you may be asking yourself, but why don't I want to socialize? Because you have a low social battery. And the reason isn't that you came with a deficient battery. It's because you have this underlying thing that you feel like you have to put on a performance every time you interact with people. And that's draining you. And it's coming from a place of fear of being rejected. So every time you socialize, now this could be you or another person now. Every time you socialize, it's exhausting because you constantly, it's like you're working. It's like work, but you're not being paid to work. And so you would rather prefer you or this person to be hermited, either because in the past you or this person were made fun of, or you were rejected, or you were judged in some way for not fitting into a certain mold, into a certain persona. And so there's like this pressure for you to reveal yourself so that you can be at ease and socially, but you don't believe you can. Again, you or this person. And so it's almost like, and you or this person, okay, you may find that you're dealing with a person who's weird, who you feel you don't understand why they prefer to spend time alone rather than socialize, or you don't understand why they seem like they are like a pressure cooker, or maybe you're feeling like a pressure cooker and you're suppressing and suppressing and suppressing, and you feel this pressure to reveal what you're suppressing. It's like if you're in a room with other people and having to put on this performance, this mask, this persona, you feel like you almost sometimes feel like you want to explode and scream and make a scene almost, because that's how much pressure you're feeling right now, you or this person. So if this person is seeming like weird to you in some way, it's because they're under a lot of pressure, because they feel they can't be themselves. And you, if you're feeling unexplainable, like an unexplainable tension, pressure, frustration or depression, and you don't know why, and you don't know why your battery's so low to be socializing with other people, it's this pressure cooker. It's this tug of war between the feeling that if you don't put on a show, quote unquote performance, that you will be rejected, judged, made fun of, whatever. Or the same could be going on for this other person to make it make sense. And so you're being called to contemplate, ask yourself, in the face of the possibility that you would reveal what's behind your mask, what is the worst that could happen? This is a question for you if this is you dealing with it. This is a question you need to ask yourself. And is the worst that were to happen really such a bad thing? In other words, who would be rejecting you? How much do those people actually inspire you? How much would you actually want a life like theirs? And you may find yourself answering this question of like, no, I don't even admire these people. They just place themselves somewhere and it could be just in your mind, right? Because they're confident, because they do things with conviction. And so you may be feeling insecure and you put them on a pedestal that they're not really aware that they're on even, right? But just because of their level of confidence, they automatically are. And so ask yourself this question: why am I allowing this to get to me? Why am I allowing these people to make me think that I can't just be myself? Because, you know, if I wear this mask, if I put on this performance, if I am this persona, then I get what I want. Things that were previously rejected. But again, if you're getting things that you want based on a mask, it's coming from ego. It's things you want based on fear and ego. It's the wanting. It's the wanting rather than the knowing that it's already available to you. It's a state of mind. It's a mentality. So there's a matter of a need for a switch of mentality here. Okay? Because you've seen someone else get what they want or what you want by being a certain way. And you feel like you have to wear a mask. And maybe what you want is pretty valid. And maybe you would still get it. But in some way you've been led to believe that you will only get it if you behave a certain way, if you act a certain way. Because that makes you closer to the person who got what the thing you wanted. And it may very well be that the thing you want is coming to you by you being unique and being yourself. And that's something you probably haven't understood yet. Or maybe once you are yourself and more authentic, that is when the things that you actually need come your way. And it could be that the things you want are the things you need. That's very possible. There could even be better things coming to you. But when we are authentic, coming from a place of the core of our soul, and that's what we show the world, then the world matches that energy. And hence there's less conflict, if none maybe. And it's probably you're used to the feeling of not being satisfied or there being some kind of conflict. And in the absence of conflict could be something that may be too peaceful for you. Ask yourself these questions. You may find someone around you is being deceptive, mischievous, or mischievous, however you say that word. It may seem that people around you are inauthentic. It could be that everyone's dealing with the same insecurities. And the reason why you're attracted to these people is because you're also feeling insecure. And guess what? It's no one's fault. You can actually heal collectively. You could set the example for healing. You can make them feel okay, that it's okay to be themselves. Right? You can be the one taking that first step. All right, that is your reading, guys. These readings are very short and to the point. 11 minutes. The other one is also, I believe, 11 minutes. Very that's it. That's your reading. That's what you need to make sense of, apparently. So let me know how that resonates for you. If it did not, choose another option. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome everyone who chose the prayer. This is going to be your reading. Make it make sense. The number 65 could be significant, as well as the number 11. You could be praying for something. You could be asking for guidance. Okay, so the thing that I heard when I shuffled these cards for the options, the thing that I heard first was, why is the thing that I keep praying for, why is it not happening? And there's a sense of, I don't know if it's urgency or frustration here, like almost like you feel that if you pray for it, it should have happened. But maybe it's not. Maybe you're being protected if you're not getting this thing that you're praying for. Or maybe you're not ready for it. Or maybe it's not meant to be right now. Or maybe it's not meant to be at all. How are you praying? What are you asking for in these prayers? Are you asking for strength? Are you asking for resilience? Who are you praying to? These are very important questions. Are you asking for things of the ego? Are you asking for things of the soul? Are you asking for things at all? What is your prayer about? What is the basis? Where is it coming from? What are your intentions? It's almost like the divine God, the universe, is asking you these questions, or these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Who are you worshiping? Who are you paying homage to? What are you in reverence of? And that could be going on a deep dive, but you probably need to go on a deep dive right now and asking yourself these questions. Researching into all these things, even maybe. Do you get nervous often? Because I'm picking up some anxiety here, some nervousness, and I feel like saying this. I feel like saying this saying, when you're nervous, be of service. If you're nervous, be of service. Being of service could really calm your mind down in a time where maybe you're waiting for your prayer to come about. Maybe being of service could be connected to this prayer of yours, and maybe you don't even know that. Maybe you have been offering to be of service. And that could be something that resonates for you. Maybe you're asking for guidance. And maybe either the guidance is not coming, or you're not recognizing the form in which guidance is coming. Sometimes it can be very subtle. It could be a thought. It could be a change in direction. It could be making a decision. Maybe you're expecting a certain result, when maybe what you should be doing is, in that prayer, asking, how can I be of service? And in getting your answer for that question and actually pursuing the path of being of service, you may stumble upon your results. And if you're not asking for guidance, maybe that is the very thing. Now, mind you, I'm not giving anyone advice, okay? This is just what's coming through. It's make it make sense. You clicked on the video. I have decided that I'm not giving anyone advice unless someone asks me at least 3 times. So this is not advice. This is coming through as things you could be asking yourself as a form of possibly something that could guide you if you accept these words. So, what is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer, and when are we not? To whom and what do we pray? The practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent, self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. So, prayer should be leading you beyond your ego for it to be prayer. It should be covering a broader perspective and not just a singular small request. When you make prayer your habit, miracles become your reality. So if you're in the habit of praying, asking for guidance, asking to be of service, being of service, it's coming through as a lot more efficient right now than to be asking for little things that you may want or you may need. If you put yourself on a path of prayer, the most likely thing is that the miracles you need will appear on your path in the form of guidance, in the form of support, in the form of service being offered to you. When you move to the little story to the bigger one, the bigger picture, you are in a state of prayer whenever you're not at the center of your own thoughts. Prayer is a natural result of gratitude. So, in other words, it would be interesting to consider, what if I use prayer? What if I use prayer in the way that it was intended, to be grateful for the things that I do have, rather than ask for the things that I don't? And trust that the things that I don't have will and are available to me whenever I should need them, even if I can't see they're there. What if the act of prayer becomes just the act of gratitude? And I express my gratitude through prayer. See, gratitude has this wonderful ability to make people better mentally. It opens up new pathways by focusing on the good things, on the things that we do have. It acts as a platform for more to build rather than a hole to fill in with seeds. Then someone's got to give you the seeds, and, like lack mindset. It gives you an abundance mindset. Instead of, look what I'm lacking, look what I'm abundant in. Wait, actually I do have the roots here. I do have a foundation. I do have the basis already. I have a platform. Even if that platform is just the seed that's there, it's a platform. It's something to be grateful for. If you're watching this video, there is something there that you can build on. There is something you can be grateful for. And if you're not getting the results from your prayers, ask yourself, am I being grateful in my prayers? Am I asking for guidance? Am I humbling myself to that guidance? Am I asking how I can be of service? There's a softness, there's a humble tone to prayer that asks of nothing and is grateful for what is and what is there, including the abundance that we might not see. All right. That is your reading, guys. If this did not resonate, go ahead and choose another option. If this resonated, let me know how in the comments. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye for now.